Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny. I'm Death from Above. Today I'm going to talk about a gun, man. You can't even tell what gun it is because I'm on my hunter and we're dancing out in the no man's land. Iron Banner's up so we can walk all the way over here and have some fun. So we're going to chit-chat over here on the edge. I might jump off, I don't know, I'm thinking about it. But I'm going to talk to you about a gun today. Talk about the Fever and a Remedy, if that's the way you pronounce it. It's kind of written in, there's some squigglies in there. Anyway, it's Fever and Remedy. The hand cannon. I have the legendary and the exotic version. So what I like to do in my weapon videos is go over the gun in Destiny, talk about it, talk about base stats, talk about flavor text, look at my version, which will be the same as your version since it is a raid gun. And then we'll talk about some PvE and PvP performance. So if that sounds like fun, let's do this. So, the Fever and Remedy. It's a gun I got the first week that Wrath of the Machine was the featured challenge raid. So week 4 of Age of Triumph, I got both of these to drop at the same time on Axis. So it was an interesting kill situation where I got both the legendary and exotic at the same time. But we're going to look at the legendary, the exotic. The only difference is it is solar and it is exotic. It has a little bit different of a color scheme if you want to look at it. I like the red better, so I like this color scheme a little bit better. I'm a big fan of red. So I really enjoy this gun's look. But we're talking about the Fever and Remedy. We're actually going to compare it to some other guns because I think this one's gotten a bad rap. It's actually a pretty cool gun. So Fever and Remedy hand cannon. Judith-D. Consumption strongly encouraged. So it is a high impact, low rate of fire hand cannon. Not the highest impact, kind of in the mid to high. Good range, bad stability, but it's due to a perk choice. And then a decent reload and 10 in the mag. Every one of them comes with Whirlwind's Curse, so the weapon will do bonus damage against Fallen, and you'll have bonus agility when a weapon is equipped. Very nice perk to have. It comes with Smart Drift Control, Accurized Ballistics, and Field Choke. I'm going for most range, and I think maybe Field Choke, but I've got it on Accurized. Let me know if I'm wrong here, but that's where I've got it. I do have Reactive Reload, Hammer Forge, Speed Reload, Reinforced Barrel, and Quick Reaction. I've been using this in a little bit of PvP, so I had it on max range, but Speed Reload might not be a bad choice if you're not running PvP. If you're doing PvP, you want that maximum range, so you're going to run something like Reinforced Barrel. You can run Hammer Forge if you need a little bit more stability, but I find on this hand cannon the stability is not really an issue. So that is the Fever and Remedy. Now let's compare it to a couple other things. Now it said Judith-D in the flavor text, but if you compare it to the Judith-D, they're pretty different. The Judith-D has a small mag. This one I think has small bore, so it takes it down to 6, which it normally has a 7-round mag if you put it on speed reload. So the rate of fire and impact on the Fever and Remedy and Judith-D are different, so that kind of threw me off on this gun. It has the rate of fire and impact of the Geharis with a bigger mag, so it's an interesting gun. It's not really like either one of the Haka Arms Day gunsmith hand cannons. It's kind of a hybrid of the two with a little bit of its own spin, and it's actually really, really good. The stability is about the same on all three of them as far as recoil direction and just base stability, so it's not really much different, but I just feel like this gun performs much, much better. It may be the bigger mag size, it may be the perk setup. Whirlwind's Curse definitely benefits this gun greatly. I like running Reactive Reload and Quick Reaction in PvE. It's a fun gun. It's got a big mag, so you can get some headshots, do the Reactive Reload, use the Quick Reaction to move around even more with Whirlwind's Curse. So it's a lot of fun to run in guns. So let's talk PvE and PvP performance. PvE is obviously where it shines, but we're going to touch on that first because I've got some interesting thoughts on it in PvP. So PvE, it's a lot of fun. It's good. I like running it. I like shooting heads with hand cannons in PvE. It feels good there. Haka hand cannons have always left a little bit of something to be desired, and this one kind of makes up for it. And I think it's due to the perks, not so much the archetype. The Haka archetype's not bad. I just can't get one with the right talents for PvE, and they're a little too slow and cumbersome. This one with Whirlwind's Curse, with the Reactive Reload and the Quick Reaction, make it a lot of fun to use in PvE. Not always going to be my main choice, but if I'm doing the raid, maybe I'll put it on every once in a while, have a little fun with it, doing something where I'm going to want to get a lot of headshots with a hand cannon, maybe clear out some ads with extra damage from a hand cannon, maybe, I don't know. It's just a fun gun to mess around with in PvE as far as I'm concerned. There's better choices for situations, but this one could have some specific applications that are a lot of fun. But let's talk PvP. I was surprised in PvP by this gun. Now it does have pretty decent range. It's not going to compete with a palindrome every time, but I did kill some palindrome users a couple times in PvP, so I was very surprised with my performance. I think I got a top of team it was like a 1.6 or 1.06 KD or something, but I did really well in the match I was using it in. I was surprised. I was running some supremacy with the gun, and it just seemed like it could hit targets pretty easily. It did a lot of damage. I was noticing damage fall off. I was, you know, hitting body shots instead of head shots, but I was still going to town, still having fun with it, and I liked it. It felt good. It felt user-friendly. It felt usable. Never really noticed the perks proccing, the reactive reload or the quick reaction proccing too often, but I think Whirlwind's Curse on this gun makes a big difference, makes a big improvement on the Haka side or Haka hand cannons. So I had a lot of fun with it in PvP. It was a pretty solid gun. I really enjoyed it. If you can get this out of the raid, don't sniff at it. Don't put your nose up at it. Take that gun out and enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and it looks dang cool. So let me know what you think about the Fever and Remedy, or Fever and Remedy. And if you want a little bit more of a detailed look, stay tuned. That'll be here on the channel soon-ish, I'm sure. So we'll take a little live fire exercise with the Fever and Remedy and have a little fun. But until then, let me know what you think about it. What's your favorite raid weapon right now? What gun do you find you're using the most in PvP? Let me know in the comments. So until then, until next time, I'm Death from Above. Go check out the Twitch channel. I stream there every morning. We'll do some Fever and Remedy there soon. Or we may have already done it. Might have been this morning. You never know. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until then, I'm Death from Above, and I'll see you later. I'll see you. Bye.